You're now ready to begin. So Skylar Rode and I are going to guide you through your very basic Aero Pilates workout for the very first time. You're going to add the foot bar, put your reformer on 2 or 3 cords, lie down with your head on the headrest and place your feet on the bar in V position. What that means is toes are 4 or 5 inches apart, the heels are together and high up. Inhale, first of all, to engage the core and the abdominals and create neutral spine. And then as you exhale, you're going to extend your legs all the way. And then inhale and bend as you come in. And continue this for 10 repetitions. The point is to not let your heels drop and to focus on imagining that you have this cup of tea sitting on your belly that's not allowed to spill at all. And if you do that, what you're going to do is maintain that really beautiful neutral spine. Your head and neck are completely relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed. So after 10 reps, we're going to change to toes. Be careful not to snap your knees as you extend your legs all the way. And it's really zipping up this area in between your legs to engage the inner thighs. And don't let the lower back arch as you extend. So with hip width, so there's a distance between your feet, your toes are wrapped around the bar, your heels are high in the air, and as you exhale, you extend your legs all the way, remembering again not to snap the knees. Imagine the cup of tea, don't let that spill. The goal is to keep neutral spine, and the whole point of this warm-up series is to teach you how to separate the leg movement from a very stable pelvis. So the more stable our pelvis is, the better off we are in day-to-day movement in terms of protecting our lower back and moving the right way. You know that the legs are 3-dimensional, they're not just flat, and we don't just have a front and a back, we have sides, inner and outer. So we want to change the foot position, and with every foot position change, you're going to get a slightly different feeling and different muscles being worked. So now it's arches, so it's really rolling the feet around the foot bar with a little bit of pressure sort of right on the arch of your foot. So it's inhale again to stabilize the spine, exhale as you go out, inhale as you come in. Keeping that neutral spine, your head and your shoulders and your neck are relaxed. You're counting. How many are we at?
9.
10. All right, then the last position is heels. So the heels go on the bar, again, hip width apart. So the feet, the knees, and the hips are in one line. Exhale as you push away. And every time you push away from the foot bar, you want to make sure that that you're pushing away evenly. So both feet work together. Feet are flexed. You're getting a nice little stretch in your Achilles tendon all the way up through the calf. And again, being careful not to snap the knees as you extend. So you go all the way, but very gently at the end. Don't let the heels roll in. Keep those feet well aligned. And then the last position in the warm-up is a wide position, heels on the bar, and the knees turn out to the side. So you're actually externally rotating from your hip. So exhale as you push away. Inhale as you come in. You begin to feel that the inner thighs are working a little bit more now. Good. The other thing to pay attention to is that there's a distance between the lower rib and the hip bone, and you want to maintain that distance all the time. That's how you know that your spine is in neutral. What are we up to?
10.
Last one. All right. So now legs go into the chair position and we're going to do some arm work. So you're going to pick up the straps And bring your arms up straight into the air. And again, you've learned how to adjust the straps so that they're the right height, but arms should be completely 90 degrees to the platform. So inhale, first of all, to pull the belly button down to your spine. Make sure your spine's in neutral. Exhale as you lower your arms. These are arm lowers in the lying down position. 10 of these. Again, your neck is long, shoulders are relaxed. And the feeling here with the arms in the straps is always to imagine that the shoulder blades are stable on the platform and even. So as you exhale and you pull away, those arms work symmetrically. And now circles. So always keep your hands in your peripheral vision because you don't want to come out of the shoulder joint. And as the arms move, imagine the shoulder blades coming together and moving down your back. Abdominals are engaged, as you can tell by these legs being in this chair position. And now reverse the direction, so it's 5 in each direction. We're working the shoulders, the back, and the arms.
I did 10 in the other direction.
That's all right. And now it's half triceps, so it's a push out with your elbows bent. So keep the elbows into your side and just literally as you exhale, you're extending your arms straight. Be gentle on the elbows, 10 of these, and keep them soft. And then the last one, Sky, is the scissors. So you're going to start with arms down by your side and go out and in. So again, it's inhale as the arms come out to the side, exhale as you pull against the resistance. Keeping that distance between your hip bone and your rib the same so that your spine is always in neutral and your neck and shoulders are relaxed. Good. The next exercise will be the 100, which we'll teach you in 2 parts. It's a very classic Pilates exercise, all about the abdominals and breathing. So first of all, chair position to engage the lower abdominals. Inhale and just create a neutral spine. Make sure that you keep the distance between your hips and your lower rib the same throughout the exercise. Arms are straight up in the air. Exhale and lower the arms. So it's simple arm lowers in the lying down position. Let's do 5, 3, 4. And the second part, you're actually going to lift your head, your shoulders all the way up to your shoulder blades. And exhale, good. Exhale and inhale, good. So as Sky comes up, you can see that what's happening is that more of her abdominal muscles are being engaged. And in other DVDs going forward, we'll teach you the other parts, but this is a really important prep for this exercise. Okay, terrific. So now it's the legs in straps. And for this introductory workout, I'm going to teach you how to put your legs in the straps, and we're actually only going to go to the knee. So you straighten your legs all the way, loop one strap all the way over the foot up to the knee, push against that and hold that strap taut as you put the other one in. And there's 2 exercises in this series. The first one is lowers. So Sky's just going to lower to 45 degrees and lift. Again, imagining that the legs and the upper body are completely disassociated. So nothing else is moving except the legs, which are pivoting at the hips. So let's do 10.
5.
Imagine that cup of tea again, sitting on your belly. Do not let it spill. And if you think of that, then the pelvis doesn't rock and it doesn't tip and tilt. It stays perfectly neutral all the way through. Feet are pointed.
9.
And the last one, lower, good, and now circles. So 5 in each direction. So now we're starting to use the inner thighs a little bit more and opening up the hip joint, which is really important. Our hips, as we age, it seems that more and more people are getting hip hip replacements, hip injuries. So we want nice, strong, stabilizing muscles for the hips. And this is a gentle, safe way to strengthen them. Neck and shoulders are relaxed.
I can feel too more, the less I go out, the more in control I am, the better the exercise is.
Yes, so the circles stay small. Joe Pilates used to talk about everything being in the box, which is between the shoulders and the hips. So keeping those circles small to begin with is really great. All right, so now taking your legs out of the straps is just as important. One comes out, that foot goes to the bar, and then the other one comes out. And roll over to the side to get off the machine to come up into a sitting position for the sitting arms in straps. And bottom goes all the way up against the shoulder pads, which is perfect. You may want to adjust the cords here. If you're not very strong in your upper body, it might be 1, 2, or 3, depending on how strong you feel for the day. The first exercise will be serve the brownies. So it's sitting on the platform very tall, again, engaging your abdominals. You inhale to begin, and then as you exhale, you lift your arms straight up in front of you and lower. So 10 of these. Don't let the platform clunk. It's all about, we talked about this earlier in the DVD, but the out and the in have equal weight. You don't just pull and then relax on the way down. It's important to engage the muscles and control the movement. And after serve the brownies, you're going to do hug a tree. Yes, great. So arms are really facing in as if you're hugging a big tree. So again, just keep the elbows soft, engage the core. You're not moving back and forth. That body stays very still. If you feel that you can't control it, then it's important to take a cord off.
And keeping your arms in your peripheral vision.
Yes. Yes, so exactly. So hands do not go behind where you can see them in your peripheral vision. You want to stay in the shoulder joint. So go up and out to hug a tree. And now bring the arms in, turn your hands and lift them up to 45 degrees. The next exercise is called salute. It's a tricep exercise, and it's about engaging obviously this part of the arm. You can pivot forward at the hips if you feel that it's a little harder, or reduce a cord, and you push up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. And again, it's pushing out as you exhale. So 10 of those. Elbows are out to the side. Where do you feel that, Sky?
In my triceps, but also in my abdominals.
Yes, it's a much harder exercise on your abs because the lever gets longer as you're pushing away.
10.
All right, so now let's turn around, do chest expansion. So just pivoting around. Typically, this would be one of the arm exercises that you might need to reduce a cord, so you can tell me if that's too hard. So sitting cross-legged, inhale, exhale as you push back, hold it, turn your head to the right, then to the left, and then look forward and release. And again, 2. Do you feel like 2 cords is too much?
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough, so come all the way in. I'm going to take a cord off, and again, you might have to make that adjustment too. So arms pull, turn to the right, to the left. The reason we do the head turn is because the tendency is to really tense up through the shoulders. So in order to, you can't really be tense and turn your head. So as you turn your head, it reminds you to be really long in the neck and relax the arms and the chest. What's also happening in this exercise, and thus it's called chest expansion, from spending all that time hunched forward and sitting, we want to open up those chest muscles. So it's a wonderful exercise for that. Plus it gets rid of the bye-bye arm wings that most women hate.
There's also something really nice when you turn the head that you can feel is it's like a reminder of the shoulder blades coming down and together.
Yes, so that again, all the arms in straps exercises are about focusing on bringing shoulder blades to get together and sliding down your back so that the back gets an exercise workout as well. So you can drop the straps, and we're going to do a prep for the elephant. Elephant is an amazing exercise, and one that if you only have 3 minutes in the day and this is the only one you do, then make sure you do it, because our hamstrings get really tight throughout the day from sitting. If we're running, whatever we're doing, we get tight in the hamstrings, and tight hamstrings will pull on your pelvis and create lower back problems. So you want nice, loose, long hamstrings. So standing on the platform, feet against the shoulder pads, that's how you line up. Remember to remain in the box, because that is sort of hip width. Hands go down onto the foot bar, and the first thing that you do is you bend at the waist. So just first of all, keep your legs straight and bend. So that's the position. Relax your head. We're just going to do a prep for the elephant, which Sky is going to bend her knees forward and then straighten them, lifting her tailbone in the air to lengthen through her hamstrings. So let's just do 5 of these. So with every one, do you feel slightly more pull in your hamstring?
Yes.
And because she's bending and straightening, she's actually doing an active stretch, which in life, in the world of fitness, will lengthen those hamstrings for a longer period of time. You know, you can do just sit and reach on the floor, but what you're doing there is forcing the hamstring to straighten and lengthen, whereas here you're actually, because you're bending and working the opposing muscle, the hamstring naturally lengthens. Great, so now the cool down. So cool down is typically done lying down on the machine with your head on the headrest and feet on the bar. You want to add 2 or 3 chords to your reformer. And let's start with wide position pelvic lift. So you can do toes or heels. Let's do heels. Great. And we're just going to do a prep for this. So lifting into a bridge and then articulating and rolling down. Great. So lift again, starting from the tailbone all the way up until you're straight, and then rolling down. So let's do 5 of those.
Just always want to make sure your neck is flat.
That's exactly right. Thanks for reminding me of that. So anytime the pelvis is lifted up off the platform, it's important to make sure that your headrest is flat. You don't want any extra strain on your neck. And the key here, articulation, it's something we talked about earlier in the DVD. Your vertebrae throughout your spine, you want some space in between each one. So by articulating, rolling up from the tailbone and then rolling down from the middle of your back really will help to create a nice elongation and space in between each one of those vertebrae.
I think that was 10.
All right, so now running, let's do a little running. So toes on the bar, hip width apart. All right, and you extend your legs all the way, lower one heel and bend the other knee, and then reverse it. And then you get a nice little movement. You can go a little bit faster. It feels really nice. You stretch your Achilles, your calves, your knees get a little bit of a workout. Again, always maintaining that neutral spine and relaxing the neck and the shoulders. So if we do 20 of these, I love this. Sometimes if I've had to wear high heels for the day and I get home, the first thing I want to do is this exercise. Throw those shoes off and really get those feet feeling real and normal again. All right, and now let's do mermaid, and then we'll finish with Eve's lunge. So mermaid is important. It's sitting sideways like a mermaid. So that knee is bent and parallel to that. Perfect, that's exactly right there, and that's crossed in front. You try to sit like a mermaid, but it's important to get both sits bones on the platform. Sitting very tall, pushing away from the foot bar as you extend and bend sideways. So if you can look here, you'll see that Sky's hips are still aligned, so everything is really aligned perfectly. You don't want to roll forward, you don't want to roll back. You need this alignment in the hips to stay the same throughout the exercise. And side bending to stretch. You know, we talked about all the different biomechanical movements that our bodies are supposed to do, and one of them is side bending, and we don't do it nearly enough in traditional fitness. So here, getting to stretch that side of your body, it feels great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the stretch she feels, where do you feel it?
All down the side, my obliques.
Yes.
But even into my into my
Hip
glutes
joint, yes.
and my hips.
Yes. So the big muscles that you may have heard of from chiropractors or doctors is the psoas, the piriformis. These are muscles that tighten through incorrect repetitive stress throughout the day. And if you can keep them nice and long and flexible, you'll feel much better in your lower back and in your hips. So 5, we'll do 5 of these.
Okay, I think
Then you have to turn around, do the other side. So again, from the back now, you'll be able to see the alignment. Alignment is really key. Both sits bones down, so as you reach, you still want to push that opposing hip down into the platform. And
I can really feel a huge difference when I'm not focusing on putting 2 sits bones down. Like this would be that, and then it doesn't feel as good.
That's right. So, well, it's important for that alignment, and that's one of the cues to make sure that you stay aligned. What you'll also find sometimes is that one side feels tighter than the other. So if that's the case, then add a few repetitions to the tighter side, because you want your body to be symmetrical, as symmetrical as you can possibly make it. So I think one more set.
Yeah.
The head stays as a natural extension of your spine, so you're not actually tilting your head, you're just allowing it to bend to the side as the spine bends. And then the final cool down exercise is Eve's lunge. And this is really just a prep for Eve's lunge, but the goal here is to get the foot position correct, so you're creating a 90-degree angle with the front leg, and the foot is typically placed near the foot bar. The knee is on the platform and the foot is against the shoulder pad, and eventually you're going to learn to push away. But right here we just want to create the positioning, and I want you to feel the stretch in that hip flexor, which is the muscle that allows you to make this movement in life. But if we spend a lot of time sitting in this position, it gets really tight. So to stretch it a little bit here feels really good on the lower back. Good, and now on the other side. So you've actually worked every muscle in your body. We started in the lying down position, we ended up kneeling. As you raise your body off the platform, what you begin to do is notice